Hello and welcome back to the 30-day Nature Connection Challenge, and today 30. I can't believe that we're on the last day of the challenge already. It seems to have gone by so quickly, and yet things have really changed over the 30 days. There's a real emergence into spring, and there's been so much. I wanted to do the challenge entirely from the wildlife garden here, and I think it's really perhaps shown how much there is to be gained by connecting with nature in the same space every day, and having a space which is shared with wildlife. It really makes it possible to have lots of different experiences, lots of different encounters, and I really feel my connection with this space, and with the surrounding nature. It's obviously not the full extent of the nature connection that I do. I do go out and about quite a bit as well, and often that's relating back to this space. So the walks that I do most are in the local area, and so I'm coming back to this space with a sense of what serves the wider community, but just coming back to this space and coming back to this present moment. It's quite a peaceful day. There's been a wren singing, and so there's definitely bits and pieces going on. There's definitely life here, the plants here, there's stirrings, but there's also a real groundedness, a real just sense of peace, which feels very supportive, and that's really important. I hope that through the practices over the 30 days I've been able to perhaps share with you some of those practices, just really being embodied, but also grounded, just really feeling that connection with the earth and with wider nature, and the experience of being in this human body. I really hope that you've had a chance to try some of the practices, or possibly even all the practices, and that you've enjoyed the challenge. I certainly have. I've been practicing nature connection now for some time, and it never gets old, never gets tired. It's always different, and and yet there's also the return of the familiar, and there's that joy. I mean, it's just like seeing family members after after a break, that when the crocuses come back, and I'm looking forward to the bluebells being in bloom later in the year. The ramsons are just coming through, so they're just starting to emerge in the garden here, at least the leaves, so I'm looking forward to seeing them as well. Lots of comings and goings, and such a joy to be a part of it and to be witnessing it, and something that I really cherish. I really hope that you perhaps either are continuing on your own nature connection journey, or perhaps just starting out, and excited for you in that. There's a real richness, and I really hope that you're able to feel into that support, and get the benefits of doing this, and certainly in doing so you're doing a great service as well, to our wilder nature. So it's a service to yourself, and it's a service to the wildlife around you, to be connecting and appreciating it. Or sometimes maybe even not appreciating it. It might be that some of the things are trickier and not such a natural connection, but stick with it. It's really worth it. I will share with you a story about my journey, and it's a true story. I used to be terrified of spiders. I mean, I once heard a story about a woman who had a spider in her very expensive sports car, in the boot of her very expensive sports car, and she was so terrified she sold the car. And that story at the time made complete sense to me, because I really was very frightened of spiders. Just something from childhood. I don't know where it came from. It's one of those irrational things. And through the years of nature connection, in fact, it wasn't very long into connecting with nature, to be honest. So really kind of taking it a bit deeper. I started to connect more with spiders, the little ones at first, and just getting a sense of this other being, doing what spiders do, and starting to appreciate them for the way they are, and also the lessons that they've had for me over the years around fear, and that perhaps not all fear is in proportion, and not all fear is very useful, and it can make us do some really crazy things, like selling our car, or sleeping on the sofa. But it's been possible through connecting with nature, for me to have a completely different relationship with them now. And I'm really not so scared anymore at all. I can quite happily be in the same room with them, and even to have at least the smaller spiders running over my hands, and I would quite gladly, if the opportunity arose, handle the tarantula at a sort of petting zoo experience, if the tarantula was happy for that to happen. They're actually really rather beautiful, and there is absolutely no way that I could have done that before, and that really is just down to having the willingness to make connections, and having the willingness to just look again, and to explore the possibility of maybe seeing them differently. So that's all I really have. So I think that's probably a good note to end the challenge on, but hopefully there will be more from me in the future. Take care, and really have a wonderful nature connected journey.